Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a rowdy couple in love that loves reacting to some RWBY.
Rowdy for RWBY.
Yeah, this is Volume 7, Episode 3. We have a playlist for all of our reactions. We started with the trailers, and then we got hooked on the show, and we started checking it out. And we also have early ad-free access. You can get a month ahead on Patreon. The link is in the description of this video.
Yay, ad-free.
Yeah.
Keep dreaming about a better world. You keep wishing for some clarity. Always hoping that a lightning bolt is gonna save you from this gravity. You're holding out for some romantic life. Maybe you'll wake up in a world of charm. Oh, but what's in can set you free. You don't have to dream. Your life's a
So when's everyone going to the salon and getting their hair?
Exactly.
So who does he shoot? He looked really like he didn't want to pull the trigger.
Well, yeah, and...
When you don't know where to turn to, and you're sure all hope is gone. When the day you waited for won't come, and dark won't yield to dawn. Trust light, open up your eyes.
Oh, okay, it changed to winter, that's it. Like when they threw it at him, like it changed in the screen.
It changed, yeah.
And I was like, I think it changed to winter though. I was like, who would it have been? But because they had like both of them on the screen.
Gather round. Our mission today is to secure the launch site for the Amity Communications Tower. The designated area is an abandoned dust mine. Since its closure, the Grimm have moved in. The good news is all that untouched dust is still down there too. Science team says they'll need it for the first phase of their launch.
Apologies for the mess, and for holding on to your weapons for so long. The upgrades you requested were, well, they were more than I anticipated.
Sweet.
Atlas military huntsmen are already hard at work clearing out the surrounding tundra. But Recon has identified a powerful Geist.
He looks happy.
Doing
His job.
And to take several lives. After we increased our numbers, the Geist was smart enough to retreat into the mine itself, meaning it's old and extremely dangerous. This is our target.
Your new weapons and armor should be as requested.
Look at how giddy Nora is. Yes.
Footage from the viral festival tournament. There's some additional enhancements I'd like to suggest. But for now, these should serve you well enough.
The mine was a labyrinth back in the day. There's all sorts of tunnels and chambers the guys can move between. So if we're gonna kill this thing, we'll have to split up and corner it. General Ironwood says you've seen your fair share of combat. I trust that man with my life.
This is it.
So
Going to the
tomorrow,
salon.
I'll be trusting you all too.
Hey, Ruby.
Let's make it happen, people.
Nice.
I looked in the mirror.
Sweet. Oh, that would be so much fun. Mm-hmm. It'd be scary as shit in real life. I would never do it, but...
Cool.
Right? Yeah, let me just land on my fist. But there's a robotic one still.
Yeah, still. It's attached to something.
Yeah.
This is my favorite part.
Good landing.
Perhaps you kids won't get yourselves killed after all.
She meant that as a compliment.
This is Alpha Squad. LZ's clear. Proceeding on foot. You've all got fancy
That
new
looks dapper.
scrolls, so don't forget to use them. Keep your eyes and ears open. I want an update if you encounter the target. Alpha out.
Sorry, just not used to the new hair yet. Is it bad?
No, it's good. Great even.
Man, I did not sign up to be a babysitter.
Yeah, well, the rest of us babysit you all the time.
Oh. Just can't escape it.
It's freezing out here!
Without heating or a projected aura, the cold of Solitas can kill you in a matter of hours. I suddenly don't feel as bad about leaving Oscar behind.
Can we talk about that again?
Yeah.
What about it?
We're really not gonna tell Ironwood what happened to Oz? What we learned about Jin? About Salem?
We are. We will. But you saw how things looked when we flew into Atlas.
The General's heart seems to be in the right place, but that doesn't mean we should trust him yet.
He's missing
We
a
need to play
part of her
along for a
pants.
while before we make any major decisions.
Okay. How did Oscar feel about
Didn't finish
that?
her costume.
Probably shouldn't keep running around with an ancient relic on a keychain, you know?
But,
I know you'll keep it safe in Atlas.
Ruby, hiding things from Ironwood, doesn't that feel like what Ozpen did to us?
Ooh.
Gotta say,
Got a point.
still not really used to working with other huntsmen in the field.
But you were on a team before, weren't you?
A long time ago. I just found working alone tends to be for the best.
Well, I think that's a shame. Alpha here. Give me an update.
The connecting ice tunnels seem clear.
We should be approaching the actual mine any minute now.
How pretty.
This is so exciting!
Feels like we're an actual huntsman team.
I, like what you did with your outfit, Ren.
We should probably stay focused on the mission.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay.
a bit frosty.
your outfit too.
Bravo, checking in. Hit a bit of a snag.
You
Is
tried.
even in the main
He
entrance.
did.
Not sure if it's recent or was caused by the original accident. Either way, we'll have to do a little problem solving.
Understood. Let us know if you need anything.
You okay?
I just realized where we are. This mine was closed after an explosion. I remember this disaster. Or rather, I remember how furious it made my father. I wish I could take back the years of pain my family has caused the Faunus, and all of my complacency in it.
This society is set up for Faunus to be at the bottom, and humans are willing participants. They benefit from doing nothing to help us, but there are still those who actively abuse us. Anyway, I didn't come over here looking to solve systemic societal issues. I just found a gap in the rubble we think one of you could fit through. Ideally, someone with a knack for seeing in the dark.
Oh, of course.
All right, Blake. Take a look around. Is there any dust in the immediate area?
Mine cards, debris. No dust, though.
Great, then it should be safe to blast our way through.
Okay, heading.
Shit.
Blake, stand back!
Oh! Okay.
We can start with that?
Don't let it get away!
I don't think it's trying to get away. Oh, hell no. It has babies. It has lots of babies.
That's disgusting.
Yes.
I will say, like, all the changes, Weiss looks like she grew up the most.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, boomerang.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. You can stop time? You can just freeze.
This is Robo. We found the target, but it fled deeper into the mine. Engaging Sentinel.
Freeze someone in time.
Pace.
Contact!
Nice. Yeah.
Way to go, Nora.
A very head-first
Aggressive.
approach.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's just kind of our style.
One left. I got it. Whoa. Your semblance makes you super fast, just like me.
Very cool. Though, based on your reaction time, I'd say I'm a little faster.
Oh.
We've engaged the target.
That's fair.
All squads, head towards our position.
Crow, you don't even look like you're trying.
So he's a fisherman?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, shit.
What in the hell?
Building a grim transformer.
I was thinking it was a transformer too.
Crow, you just gonna let him do this by himself?
Wait, stop!
Grim in disguise.
Darn it. Target escaped. Last seen headed east. Thanks for the call out.
Isn't that south?
Could have been bad.
I wouldn't thank me. My semblance brings misfortune.
Yeah, but his brings luck.
Sometimes I can't keep it under control.
That's so? Well, hey, don't beat yourself up about it. My semblance is good fortune. Lucky you, huh?
Yeah.
Charlie, bravo.
He looks like he's in love. Can we fight together forever?
Yeah.
Behind.
Cool hangout.
Guys!
Everyone use caution.
This room is highly active with dust energy. Triggering it could ruin the launch site.
And vaporize us. How is that always second with you?
I thought the target was supposed to be in here.
It might be.
Like, I don't even know what the hell this thing is.
It added dust to its body? How are we supposed to kill it?
An ice grim dust golem.
I understood it. Where you got everything except Gollum. How is this the little guy from Lord of the Rings?
No. Different kind of golem.
Okay. This is not a Smeagol. Go Boomerang!
You love Boomerang. Captain Boomerang!
Yeah! Ooh. Okay, Flash.
Mm-hmm.
What you got? Nora!
They're awesome!
They're the superheroes I want to be when I grow up.
Mm-hmm.
What would you guys do without me?
I don't know.
He's the Captain America of the group.
Yeah.
We got Captain America, we got Flash,
Captain Boomerang.
Captain Boomerang. because I don't know anybody in the Marvel or DC world that fights with Boomerang. I'm sure there are. I just don't remember.
And Captain America loves to fish.
Yes, he does. I don't know, that's like an American pastime, right?
Yeah. Aesop.
And they have like their own vision. Like the guy who's super pale and very analytical.
Yeah.
I feel like is like their vision, right?
It's like Mr. Fantastic, whatever.
Mm.
He like stretch his arms.
True. Aw, Ruby, you're adorable.
I thought you said your semblance was like mine.
It is?
I've seen other speed semblances before. That was different. I think there's more going on than you think.
Wait until she sees what she could do with her eyes.
Yeah.
Lucky catch, huh?
No. I'd chalk that one up to talent. Atlas Control, this is Clover.
Nora in the background.
Yeah.
Accomplished.
Yeah, thanks for the lift!
Next time something really
Oh,
awesome
this beatnik.
happens, I'm gonna dance like Nora.
Yeah.
If we win the lottery, I'm totally gonna be in the background dancing like Nora. Oh, it'll happen. We win, it'll happen.
Oh! Nice.
Who are you? Me? Oh, well, I'm someone just like you.
Doubt that.
Someone who wants to mix things up around here.
Nice.
Ooh. Oh, come on! I was just thinking, I was like, don't they dare roll the credits. Like, it's been 5 minutes of this episode. Don't you dare. Man, these episodes go by so fast now.
They do. I like the ending though. Give me some more villains. It was cool seeing the Aesops in action though. I'm not a huge fan of Captain America guy. It was a little bit, I don't know, too much of a cheese bro for me.
But that's what makes him Captain America. Come on, guys, language. It was fun to see them in action. I also loved, like, it wasn't just that the Aesops I was comparing to the heroes. It was that the tone of the episode really had that essence of, like, the superheroes and, like, even our heroes. They have a little bit of a makeover, some of them, and they go out and they kick ass. And that's all well and good. But what really makes that so special and so enjoyable is what comes immediately after, too, with, like, the complete tonal shift. We went from a fun action film to a horror Hannibal Lecter kind of thing. And our Scorpion, I mean, that was so enjoyable, the way that they shifted so drastically. And the payoff was huge because it made all that stuff that much creepier, but it also made us love everything that we saw beforehand that much more, yet while also being slightly afraid for what was going to come next and not feeling too confident about all the cool stuff that had just happened. I mean, so they did a great job.
Yeah, I mean, because we've seen our RWBY team in action and seen how impressive they are as fighters. So just see them in awe of the Aesops, and really, like, for us to get to see them more in action and how they work so well together as well as a team was cool. It was a fun, lighthearted episode until that you said, like, the end, the tonal shift there at the end. It was kind of like seeing, I don't know, the Avengers and, like, the Young Avengers or, like, the New Warriors or something like that. The up and comers checking out the seasoned veterans that have been doing it for a while. I don't know what's going on between, like, Crow and Captain America. There were some looks, some shared glances there. I'm like, all right, I don't know what's going on here.
Well, what I love right now is because Crow's obviously got some emotional baggage connected to Semblance.
Just a little bit.
So they've, like, to me, this kind of was almost putting it in context of how Crow views himself in a way. Like, we've known that he's got issues with his semblance. We know that he drinks a lot. Like, he doesn't come across as the happiest of people. But in giving us, and I'm just going to keep calling him Captain America because I didn't bother to learn his real name. I
don't know any of their names, yeah.
It was like, okay, here is our main character who's got a terminally ill
oh my God,
body.
dark.
Like,
okay. Body?
I'm reading a book right now about the Ebola virus.
Oh,
so my brain is also probably going there for this reason. But like, it's like Crow is dying and he has just met the antidote.
Oh, okay.
Like, Captain
All right, now I see where you're going
America
with it.
is the antidote. He's bad luck. Captain America is good luck. At the very least, this guy can cancel out his bad semblance. And I think he views it as a bad semblance. Crow has not.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. I don't know. But there's also a part of me that's like, the optimist in me is like, he's been gifted this for a reason. Like, there's got to be some purpose to this. That might just be me wanting to see the world through rose-colored lenses, and it might be completely BS because the world doesn't have to work out in that way necessarily. But like, I want to believe that there is a good reason he has the semblance he has, and that it will come into use in some fashion, that Crow will find a way where it is beneficial. Flip side, if he can't, stick next to that guy, because that guy can cancel it out for you. And so at least then it comes down to your merit as a fighter and nothing more, nothing less. That's sort of what I was getting with how much that was focused on. Now, who knows? They could be banging in between episodes. I don't know. But Ruby and the Flash was the
Maybe
other...
some hand jobs. I don't know.
Oh, God. Ruby and the Flash was the other piece of this, right? Like, we know Ruby's special. We know she's a silver-eyed. We know sort of what that means.
She's one of those silver-eyed freaks.
In the best possible way.
Yeah, we know she's silver-eyed.
But I mean, like, we don't necessarily know the full scope of her semblance.
Yeah.
And so it was interesting, the sort of like seed that was planted with Flash. Because transparently, I've never thought of Ruby's semblance as being speed. So it was interesting that, like, in this, it was like, oh yeah, you're fast like me. Like, my semblance is speed. And I'm calling her Flash because I don't know her name. Flash is like, no, I've met some speedsters and that's not you. There's more going on. And I don't know. I think for me, I've always just assumed that there's a lot going on with Ruby and it wouldn't be so clearly defined as just being fast.
But yeah, I mean, that's always what she kind of was, though. Like, she, like, I don't know, goes into that little ball and just flies somewhere. And
yeah, but I didn't see that as speed. I don't know.
Yeah.
And maybe it's also the design of the character, right? Like, the Flash character is designed to be that Flash.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, she has lightning that comes out of her feet, and she goes to, like, I understand this because I've seen it in the world of DC, but I've seen it in the world. Whereas, like, Ruby, the whole turning into a ball of rose petals, I'm like, yours is more complicated than just being fast.
You're a wizard, Ruby. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
That's like, because, she just evaporates, and that's what she does. That's what I always felt like.
100%. That, yes. So I enjoyed the fact that, like, we were getting pieces of semblances that were teaching us more about our main characters, even though we weren't necessarily learning more about them at all, but we were learning about other pieces in this world that were kind of telling us a little bit of something about the characters that we already thought we sort of knew.
And, Oscar dropping that wisdom in just one line, and that's all. He didn't have much in this episode, but it was just that line that he said that, like, aren't we doing exactly what we got mad at Oz for doing? That's not the exact line that he said, but basically. And yeah, like, when the shoe's on the other foot, and Ruby now doesn't want to tell Ironwood because she doesn't know if she can trust him. She doesn't know what he'll do with the information, which is exactly what Oz had thought. Now, the flip side of that coin is that Ruby hasn't spent as much time with Ironwood as Oz had with Ruby and the gang. They hadn't gone through as much. So you would think that at some point, when, like, with everything they had been through, when were they going to actually earn his trust for him to tell them everything? Then you look at Oz wanted to keep everything a secret, and because he was afraid what people would do with the information, and now Ironwood wants to tell everybody everything. And it's kind of like, all right, well, it doesn't have to be one or the other. Like, I mean, you guys are kind of both going to the super extreme side of things. Yeah, I did like that line though from Oscar, and but like I said, I do think it is also different because the trust isn't there and they don't know Ironwood as well.
Yes and no.
Okay.
You have to give trust to get trust. And so that's why I think what Oscar said was so important, was because putting yourself out there, going out on a limb, trusting someone with a piece of information is a vulnerability. It's not easy to do. But if you don't do that for someone else and putting yourself out there and taking that chance, why should anyone else ever do it for you? And I sort of look like, and I'm someone with trust issues. Like, he said it before on some of our episodes. I don't remember what it was for, but he called me out on it.
It was One Piece and Nami. Yeah.
He called me out on it, rightfully so. I do have trust issues. I've had people break my trust, and it happened in a formative time in my childhood where it taught me that people can't be trusted, which is baggage that I bring. That's something I have to get over. But I've also learned that the people that I tend to distrust the most are the people who are cagiest, who don't let you in on what's going on with them, who are super secretive about things, who aren't open or transparent. My style with others as I've gotten older is to be very transparent, because I'm like, that is how I know that you will know what's going on with me. There can't be misunderstandings or miscommunication, and you'll know whether or not to trust me because it's kind of all out on the table.
Yes and no. I mean, there comes a point, where you have to trust, yes, give trust to get trust, give respect to get respect. But it's like, I'm not just going to walk up to some random person and be like, here's my social security number and my address. I trust that you are not going to use this in a bad way. Now, would you like to give me your social security number and address?
I mean, there's giving trust and then there's being an idiot.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is that, like, that's obviously an extreme example, but Ruby doesn't know Ironwood enough to give him that trust. I'm saying that's what I'm saying, is that, like, the trust isn't there because she doesn't just, like, know his personality well enough. They haven't hung out enough for her to really know him. Like, they need to go have
a beer,
have a beer together. All right. That's how you truly know somebody.
Transparently, that is and can be a piece of leadership where, like, you need to, I'm not saying like it has to involve beer but like you have to get someone outside
it could be like
of
liquor, like tequila.
You have to get someone outside of the standard workflow to get to know them as a person. That can actually be a valuable technique that is designed to give you what you need to be able to trust them.
Yeah.
So Ruby as a leader may need to, for lack of a better context, take Ironwood out for a beer and take the measure of him.
And I don't know if they fought side by side like at the Fall of Atlas or not, or what was going on there, but like I don't even think they fought next to each other. And it's like, I feel like in this world,
on the same side, but I think on opposite ends of the battlefield.
Yeah, I feel like in this world you got like, fight next to somebody as well to get to them. But like, there's got to be something, some sort of shared bond between them, like to get to know each other a little bit, like just a conversation, like over dinner or something. Like they haven't had any sort of interaction, so that's why I'm saying like the trust isn't there yet. Like you don't know this person at all. Like I mean, yes, you gotta. So, yeah. So that's why I think that it is, yes, you do need to give trust to get trust. But this is a big ask of Ruby to, like, give this much information over to... I mean, he shared his plan, I guess, for what he wanted to do. So he trusted them to an extent. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Couple of thoughts with that. One... Neither Ken nor I have ever been in a war zone, military, armed forces. They are essentially at war.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you don't have time to take people out for a beer. I think in an ideal world, we all want to have those natural evolutions of a relationship and getting to know somebody and being able to build trust and all. In this situation, there just might not be time, and you might have to take a leap of faith that, hey, this guy's heart is in the right place, mind is in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
I might not agree with everything that they say or do or want to implement or whatever, but I trust that at the end of the day, we are on the same page, we're on the same side. That being said, it could very well be how transparent Ironwood was that is telling Ruby not to trust him.
Mm.
I just talked about how like my style is often being very transparent and like over communicating, and that's all true. At the same time, when you are in situations like this, I think back to Tommy Lee Jones in Men in Black. A person is smart. People are, and fill in the blank with whatever he says because I can't remember specifically, but they're dumb, stupid, irrational, panicky.
Yeah.
Like, I love that Ironwood wants to trust his people enough to be honest with them. I applaud that. I think that's a wonderful, wonderful quality. Recognize the potential negative ramifications for telling people that the world is about to end by a super evil witch. This is not something they're used to hearing every day. There's gonna be consequences. Possibly where some of Ruby's hesitation is that, hey, this guy's heart is in the right place.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of like the path to hell is paved with good intentions. Like, he's got the right idea, wrong execution. Like, you're not going to do anyone any good by inciting a panic, inciting a riot, making people freak out, and like the meltdown of civilization as we know it because people don't know how to go on in the face of absolute fear.
So on that happy note, let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want early ad-free access, get a month ahead on our reactions, check out the link below in the description of this video. It gets a link to Patreon. Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for RWBY Volume 7, Episode 3. But you keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.